I have a conversation with you around who's involved, what are the allegations, what are the violations, what specifically is my mandate, what do you want me to do with information I find through the course of the investigation that could be separate and apart from your mandate. So sometimes when you're doing an investigation, you'll learn of other information that the employer should know about because they're going to need to deal with it, but it doesn't answer what I've been actually retained to do. So does the employer want to know about that, and if so, in what format? You have the option of expanding the mandate or of just giving an informal, information piece to them. Then you need to set up the interview. So who's going to be the person that I connect with who sets me up on those interviews? Who do I, and it's advisable, by the way, to have them off-site if at all possible, because people are going to speak more freely if they're not in their work environment where everybody can see them coming and going. So how are we going to manage that? The other thing is the complainant typically comes first. Well, what happens if the complainant's off-site? How do we deal with that? Sometimes they've already gone off sick, right? So how am I going to get their statement? Because they're the first person I should start with. They're the keeper of the information initially, right? How do I speak with the respondent? Does it matter what order? And I think it does. So that's part of the investigation plan. How do we time it? Now, I've gone into some organizations, well, I've set you up and you've got an hour per person. Very unrealistic, because you've got to develop a rapport with that person. Why would I just sit down and all of a sudden start spilling my guts? So you've got to give me the opportunity to explain to everybody that's involved why I'm there, what the purpose of it is, the confidentiality piece, and you need to be very consistent in your process with everyone. Are you going to allow tape recording? And if you are, how will I move forward with that? I am a proponent of tape recording for a number of reasons, but that is something that we need to discuss. Some collective agreements will say no tape recording, which means handwritten statements. So do I then need to bring in another person that will be scribing? You might need 2 people in the investigation. So those are the things that we talk about in the investigation plan.